Welcome to 1111 PC Firm. I'm your host, Marquis. I got my boy Henok in here, and I got my boy Daniel, co-founders of the Bay Area Native, the Public School Collective. How you guys doing?
Man, yes, doing good. How you doing?
Good.
How you doing? How you doing with this quarantine?
I'm doing well. Just keeping myself busy and productive. So you guys are running this clothing brand, and you guys started it up, and you guys have two other co-founders. You want to shout those guys out?
Yeah, Julius and Manhane. That's the other two co-founders. They ain't here today with us, but they're always around.
Yeah, shout out to them. So how did you guys get started? Like, where did the whole concept? I want to start with like the whole ideal before the brand or before the product.
So I've been making shirts and clothing for a while, but for other things. And then I just had an idea of representing where we're from and seeing the changes that's going on in the Bay Area. So it's kind of let people know that I'm here. I've been here before all of this shit that's been going on, and it's just kind of a way to represent where you're from. So that's kind of the spark. But initially, we did it because we liked it, you know what I mean? And then people saw it and they were like, "Oh, yeah, that's dope. I want one." And there, just kind of pulled it into what it is now. And and gentrification has always been a topic that we discuss, right? Like that's pretty a typical conversation that we always talk about, especially people from the Bay Area. And since that topic always gets thrown out all the time, and we more than anybody's been affected by it, more than anybody, even though we're still here and we're still dealing with the day by day and dealing with the new demographics and new culture. We always felt like it's very important to, preserve our culture. And the best way to do it, and a lot of times we speak about changes or, to do things from an empowerment standpoint. And I feel like the best way to do it is economically. And you're going to be able to do that through entrepreneurship, So, and for us, we felt like, hey, it's us three or, us four, and we all kind of grew up with each other. And we were like, hey, let's get together, combine our minds together and come up with, something that we all agree on, that we're all passionate about. And yeah, ever since then, we've just been tunnel vision, and we just continue to build it brick by brick.
I'm gonna say I like how you guys focus on unity. You know what I'm saying? That you guys are working together, because usually it's usually just one person starting like a clothing brand. Like, how is that for you guys? Just working as like a collective. Like, how powerful is that?
It's cool and it's helpful because we already see eye to eye on most things outside of this, so we're easy to work with. So it's never an issue with like what to do, how to do it. We just get together, everybody combine ideas, and then we make a choice from there. So it's like working with your brothers.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You might have little disagreements, but you settle it. It's nothing big. And it's, some days I might feel down and out, like, oh, this ain't working, blah, blah, blah. But everybody else is like, nah, we're going to do it. It's working. You know what I'm saying? So there's always somebody that's a crutch.
Just keep it pushing.
Yep, exactly. 100%.
Yeah. And you guys, like, how did you guys meet? How do you guys know each other?
We grew up with each other pretty much, since we were kids, basically. Yeah. I knew he was his older brothers, and then he's my little brother was also a co-founder. He grew up with him too and kicked it with him, so it's kind of like family. And we've always had similar ideas, or whether it's ideology or just we've always had like a common ground when it comes to things, especially when it comes to like the Black community, or just for whether you want to talk about anything, that whether it's things that's currently going on, the disadvantages when it comes to COVID-19 and things like that, or whatever that's been affected our community. We've always had a common ground. So it's always good to build with people that you have a respect for, you respect their work ethic, and that they're gonna bring their passion into whatever you got going on. Because if you can't have that real genuine and organic relationship, it's not going to work. Maybe for a month or two, and you might get a little success, but for that long term,
right,
you got to really build with people that you have a real respect or admiration for, and you get motivated by it too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What are like key takeaways or
Um,
like things that you have learned like just working with each other?
you can go first. Inspiration.
Uh-huh.
There's things like I find inspiration in that not everybody else in the group necessarily finds inspiration in.
Mm-hmm.
So anytime I'm like uninspired, they point something out that they find inspiration in and describe it to me, and then I'm like, oh damn, I never looked at it that way,
Mm-hmm.
and it kind of builds from there. So there's always something that's inspiring one of us,
Right.
whether it's all at the same time or separately. So that doesn't ever stop. So that's like the beauty of working with other people besides yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah. And I know for me, just I admire that we all have respect for each other and there's no big egos. And regardless of somebody could even be putting in more work. Like regardless, we'll still let's say if he's putting in the most work for a month or so or whatever, we'll still see eye to eye and everybody has a voice. It's not like you put in more work, so you know, you get to do whatever, your opinion is more important than everybody else. It's like not everybody is, investing and it's
Mm-hmm.
all mutual. And I admire that we all have a huge, because when you're dealing with other males, a lot of time other men, it's that ego, and you can get that constant collide, right, of egos where everybody wants to prove who's right rather than doing what's right. So I think for us, we're very level-headed and we're just doing what's best for the group collective rather than for, rather than somebody trying to do something individually, just for their specific shine or something like that.
Mm-hmm. And you realize that you serving a bigger purpose and that you guys still keeping
Yeah,
that movement going. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? And it's not stopping just for somebody's self interest. So I think that I see that in you guys' brand. You know what I'm
hmm
saying?
Exactly.
You're serving a purpose. What's next for you guys after this? Like, will you try to ramp up, or what type of growth do you see?
I mean, the growth is sky's the limit really for us, and that's the way we're going about building the brand. We don't like to limit ourselves to anything particular. We just go with what makes sense at the time,
Mm-hmm.
and may lead us somewhere that we have no idea of yet. But for the moment, prior to the whole COVID-19 going on, we launched the website in February, and then
Congratulations.
like literally, what was that?
I say congratulations.
Oh man, thank you,
Yeah.
appreciate it, bro. Yeah. So, but exactly like a month after we launched it,
Mm-hmm.
this whole thing happened, and economically everything was kind of down.
Mm-hmm.
Getting things made was hard. Shipping was hard. Everything was just ugly for a while. But the process of getting the website up took so long, and it feels good to have that done and behind us. So from here on out, it's just building, um, adding more things to the website and getting that going.
Right. 'Cause now you got a foundation to sell your site. Yeah, and have your products on there.
and continue
You
and
got some-
continuing to spread the word as well, and continuing to spread the word as well too, using different platforms. We're on your platform as well too, right? Like, thank you for having us as a
Put you
guest
yeah,
too, and
yeah. Likewise.
man, just doing as much as we can, whether it's in person,
Mm-hmm.
just simple things like even just wearing this outside, right, and
Mm-hmm.
talking to people, right, and just spreading the message out, or just spreading ideas or business out. That's what we're going to continue on doing. And just like you said, focusing on the website, that's very important too. Um, and yeah, from there, what's very important is what we learned is you got to start from what you got. A lot of times with what a lot of people have problems with, and we've always probably been most of us like victims of doing like too much research or too much planning or too much observing or overthinking. But what we're doing is like let's just learn as we go,
Mm-hmm.
right? And of course, you want to do the research and you want to have that constructive criticism and listen to feedback and just continuing to build with the business. But it's very important to just you have to just learn as you go. You got to keep on moving because I know for me, I've learned, whatever decisions I've made in the past, you can get real content in just trying to wait for the perfect opportunity or having like this goal that's real perfect. But for the most part, when you do have not necessarily a goal, but a plan, most of the time it never go out that way, anyways, right? So I think for us is sustaining the goal in which we mentioned earlier, with making an impact when it comes to our community and serving our community, and whatever comes with that, we're gonna embrace and we're just gonna, continue building.
That's dope, man. I was gonna ask you, let's backtrack. For people that are trying to start a clothing business,
Yeah.
like how'd you guys get started? Like, did you start with like a one type of product? How did that work? How did you start
Yeah.
sourcing fabric?
Definitely started with one product, and in fact, the first few hundred T-shirts I made, we did it right here in this living room with our
Mm,
hands.
mm,
We didn't know what we were doing. We just
right.
figured it out as we went. We're like, oh, you looked it up, like, oh, this is what you do? Okay, start doing it.
Mm,
Of course, as time went on, we saw everything that we did wrong. And then we're like, okay, next time don't do this, do that. This is an easier method. Oh, we don't have to do it by hand. We could find a source to do it. So it was some research, but it was research while we were doing trial and error.
mm-hmm.
So don't get me wrong, it took a while to get it tightened up, but we just jumped in and just started doing it.
That's dope.
Yeah.
And you start sourcing the product, or you would go to the stores and get the product?
Initially, yeah, I sourced stuff online at first.
Mm-hmm.
So in the way I found out, like, because I started with t-shirts first before we did this, and what happened was I had a t-shirt that I liked. I liked the feel of this t-shirt. I'm like, man,
Mm-hmm.
this is nice.
Right.
So I went on the tag and seen what type of material it was made of.
Mm-hmm.
So for the first few t-shirts that we made, I'm like, I like this feel. So I went and looked up that fabric and found a company that makes them, got like a few hundred shipped over, and then we started pressing them here. So yeah, but it was all from experience. It wasn't like I don't know. I'm not a fashion person. I don't know different materials and what's better and what's not. I just know what I like because I'm thinking from the consumer end, right? There's that one T-shirt we all like, or that one pair of jeans that we all like because of how comfortable it is or whatnot. So I'm going based off the consumer end. Okay, I like this. It feels good. And I went from there, built from there, and then we
Mm-hmm.
ended up making choices, based off of that, what we like.
So you establish those relationships with the manufacturer.
Yep. There's printing shops that we established relationships with, manufacturers, and then as initially we were paying a lot more for stuff because we were buying it through a third part, a middleman,
Mm-hmm.
basically. Then we learned like, oh, we don't have to. We can save money by going directly to the source. So, but all those things we wouldn't have learned without actually experiencing it.
Right. Do trial and error.
Through it, trial and error.
And I was gonna say the website. So what do you guys have available right now? For the people right now.
So right now we have crew necks and hoodies available on the website. It's publicschoolkids.com. Um, we're gonna get the summer stuff rolling. We had a little setback due to the whole COVID thing, but that was like our winter stuff, and we're gonna get the summer T-shirts and other type of garments going
Mm-hmm.
coming soon. We had just a little minor setback due to everything that's going on, but that's in the works right now as we speak, and hopefully we get it up there soon.
That's dope. And how can the people get in contact with you right now?
The best way to get in contact with us is publicschoolkids.com, or going to IG is Public School Kids Collective, and that's all spelled normal. Public School Kids Collective, no space, no underscores.
For sure, for sure. So I want to thank you guys for being on the show, man. And, thank you for talking about
Thank
your
you for
brand.
having us.
Yeah, appreciate you.
Appreciate it.
Yeah,
Yeah, thank you, man.
yeah. So give a
Stay
shout
safe
out.
out here.
Yeah, give a shout out to Bay Area
Stay safe.
Native Public Schools Collective. You know what I'm saying? Make sure to subscribe to
Appreciate
the podcast. Make sure to follow YouTube, follow the social media platforms so you could help with the algorithm and keep the show and the movement going for the people. All right, peace to the people.